Sorry about that, babe.
Alright guys, before we started the run, I wanted to give you some of Malth's Ninja Gaiden tips. Yes, that's right. One of the final bosses of the game is deciding to help you out. Believe that or not. Anyway, so my first tip for the run is move forward. And why do I say that? Most of the time in a lot of no-death runs, especially if you're not really familiar, you might want to take your time, you might move back to try to kind of think things through. Not Ninja Gaiden, guys. Ninja Gaiden is very brutal with enemy respawns. You might get patterns that you're not used to. Really annoying flying enemies will respawn constantly if you don't move forward. And again, just move forward. Next, you're going to more often than not want the spin slash technique, or as it says in the manual, jump and slash. It pretty much makes a joke of almost every boss in the game, including many of them that are very easily killed in one hit with it. And it also makes a bunch of sections in the game much easier. So I recommend getting the spin slash whenever you can. There's only a few instances where I don't recommend getting the spin slash, which you will see in the run. Next, we're going to get into special canceling. So you get Ninpo throughout the game, which powers up your special abilities, which most of the time is going to end up being the spin slash. But in order to cancel your specials, because a lot of times, especially if you have the spin slash, if you just do a regular attack while in the air, it's going to spin slash. However, if you hold down while slashing, you will effectively cancel the spin slash and just do a regular attack, which will help you save your Ninpo for sections that you might need it more. And last, the probably most advanced technique and thing here is slash canceling. It is a technique that is used by speedrunners and challenge runners. I can kind of half do it, I can't fully do it. So what it is, pretty much, it enables you to get multiple slashes while in the air instead of just one at a time. So pretty much what you want to do is you want to hold down, press B, and then release down. But for me, I just kind of err on the side of mashing the down and the B button. Like I said, it's a technique that takes a while to get used to, but it makes short work of some bosses. It could really rip through the final two bosses of the game, and it's something that makes the overall Ninja Gaiden experience that much easier, including some bosses where if you don't have the spin slash going into it, it'll also help against them too. With all that being said, enjoy the run. Starting the no-death run like a speedrunner, showing my last fail. Wasn't really intended, but that's just how we're gonna do it. So, first level here, fairly easy. Not too much to discuss in way of strategy. Also, I noticed that my capture card doesn't like this level. I'm getting weird like vertical lines through there, but oh well. What are you gonna do? So realistically, the strategy for this level is pretty much just don't die. Just be careful. Slash your enemies. I do a little big speedrun technique there, which failed miserably because I'm not a speedrunner. Ultimately, you want to get the spin slash because it makes the boss, as you know, all bosses in the game really, super duper easy. It can get you out of a few hairy situations towards the end of the level, but to my knowledge, this is the only level in the game that does not have a pitfall segment, which means unless you just get beat to death, you have no worries whatsoever of dying. So for the boss, we're going to spin slash him, but you have a pretty big range with Ryu's sword, so you can just keep slashing from a distance and just keep backing up as he moves forward. Both strategies are very easy. Most bosses in this game are easy regardless of spin slash or not. Stage 2, not too bad either. This is the stage that Arcus refers to as the Kit Kat and Rice Cake stage, which you can see by the ground in the backgrounds. Pitfalls are now introduced, so typically I will err on the side of just being a little bit more cautious, you know what I mean, by the pitfalls especially. The one thing I mentioned earlier to keep in mind about the constant respawn of enemies, keep trying to move forward. The more you move backwards, the more enemies spawn. Like that bat, for example, if you didn't keep moving forward, it would keep following you. And that could knock you into the pit to your doom. Also, there is some level of RNG here and there. That one crawly, bouncy enemy that we just saw, occasionally it can follow you all the way down, but in this run it did not. So realistically, again, in this part, I just, you know, try to not take too much damage, try to pick up as much Ninpo as possible, and just keep on moving forward. That was close. That was close. That is what we call fatigue from somebody that failed to run 8 times in a row or something before. So, alright, 2-2 is where a lot of people can get in trouble. I like to use the swag star there, as well as to clear these enemies out. But again, be careful of your placement, because if you move a little bit too far back, the enemies will respawn. I take my time here since I'm not a speedrunner. That way I could safely jump and go down. Be careful there, you could easily die if you don't connect to the ladder. Here we're going to pick up the fire invincibility power-up, which is going to carry us through. My main tip here is focus on jumping. Don't focus on picking up the items. There was a few times where I focused on picking up the items, and unfortunately I fell to my doom. Same goes with spin slash. Focus on jumping more. Find it's easier to die when you don't do that. I'm okay with taking a few hits here and there. I just want to be very safe and very careful. So we have lots of ninpo ability here for the spin slash. So what I like to do is I like to over enunciate my spin slashes. I feel like if you don't, occasionally it won't hit right and you might fall short on your jump. So I always try to over enunciate my spin slash inputs. And here we go with the boss. We're going to do the spin slash. And do I show the... No, I don't. That was another run. So with this boss, if you don't have the spin slash technique, all you do is crouch and swipe your sword, and then occasionally back up as he moves forward. Again, it's very easy. Moving on to stage 3, I actually find this stage to be easier on the whole than stage 2. I feel like it's a little bit easier, believe it or not, to die in stage 2, mostly because of those dudes that throw the batons at you. But there we grabbed the freeze time, and we're going to push forward here. And see what I did there? I kind of waited towards the back because I noticed more often than not the bird will not spawn, but like I said, things are very touchy in this game and there is some level of RNG, and the bird did spawn, making things a little bit more difficult. Here we're just going to take our time and kill the enemies, let the bird run himself off the screen. Again, more shenanigans revolving around despawn, respawn. 3-2, also a very, very easy segment if you just take your time. You have a total full second to hit those bazooka guys. I just take my time on the jumps. The only way that you really gonna get screwed here is if you go backwards, like I said, or you're just like super duper sloppy. Like I'm gonna let this bullet go away because I know that that guy's coming from behind a jump. And we're gonna wait, jump, slash. Here, I'm just gonna wait again. You don't need to, but I'm just being overly cautious, obviously. I'm not trying to die in any way, shape, or form. Same stuff here. And now this part, I'm going to wait for this enemy, jump over it, wait for this guy to walk a little bit to the right, and then jump down. And while I'm jumping down, I slash in case the bird decides to ruin my day. Now this guy, many different strats here. Speedrunners use the fire ability. I typically end up using the swag star and just kind of stand in the middle. Occasionally he will shoot these bullets at you, which you could swipe with your sword, most of the time to hit both the middle and the bottom. If you don't have any abilities here, you pretty much just, I would wait on one side of the screen instead of following, and just kind of get your 2 slashes in, and you just wait it out really. It's kind of a long haul, long play type of game. And now 4-1, you want to wait there to hit that guy. I don't push the issue, but again, don't take too long obviously or he'll shoot you. That was a little bit of a, see what happens? I had to go backwards and a bird spawn, it kind of sucks. But there, I like to kill the jaguars or panthers, whatever those are. We got the spin slash now, so we're just gonna do it most of the time here just to be safe. You can kind of get through that whole section without using it. Here I like to spin slash this guy, and then here I'll wait for the bat a little bit and jump up. Now we have a reprieve screen. And here, I think, yeah, you can just keep walking or climbing up, and the bird will avoid you. Now you're actually at the end of 4-1 already. Just jump over this guy and you are done with it. On to 4-2. Now I feel like the game starts getting a little bit more difficult in way of eating damage. I am picking up more ninpo for my spin slash by utilizing the special cancel, which I talked about at the beginning of the video. Pretty straightforward. I kind of oftentimes will damage boost up there. If I could sneak in without getting hit, of course I will. This part's a little annoying. I actually take my time. I think speedrunners pretty much just keep running and then they spin slash like twice or something towards the end. But I have my own little strategy where I spin slash those guys there, drop down for some health here, careful of the green spawning ninja guys, wait for the bird, jump over, and now you're basically at the end of the level. I just try to run all the way. And as long as you're quick, you won't get hit by the enemy, as you saw there. Now on to 4-3. Another pretty easy level, in my opinion. The easiest boss in the game with the spin slash is coming up. It's the only one that I'm able to consistently kill in one hit all the time. So we're just gonna kind of work our way up here. Be careful with this jump. It's a little bit trickier than it looks. Again, as long as you have the spin slash, all is well. Very easy to kill this enemy. Kill these guys. So here, I like to go up this way by doing the wall climb. It just makes things easier. Otherwise, that one enemy that you saw that kind of went into the ceiling keeps respawning. You can get up there without taking any damage. I took a hit, but it's not the end of the world. Got damage boosted there by Jason with the axe. And now I do need some ninpo. Thankfully, there is a 10 upcoming, I believe, over here. Because we want some for the boss for sure. We're going to grab it. I think we're going to be careful here and not spin slash. Yep. And now it's time for the boss. Boss strategy with a spin slash. Take a slight step to the right, jump up and slash, and he's dead. Otherwise, what you're going to want to do is wait around the pillars. The enemies can't hit you if you are in the pillar area on the floor. Don't be jumping up to the top. Don't be jumping up to the walls. Stay patient, and eventually you'll be able to kill both of the enemies without the spin slash if you don't have it. Now is where the game starts getting really tricky as far as dying. You're going to see lots of patience here, waiting for bats, waiting for this, waiting for that, all the while, of course, grabbing power-ups and info. Here, I like to kill those two enemies, wait for the bird, jump. That guy, as you saw, you don't have to kill him, but sometimes you can hit him with your sword. Getting hit there gave me weird RNG again. Well, not necessarily RNG, but it spawned different enemies. So again, keep moving forward when you can. I used a spin slash there on that Kratos-looking enemy. I always refer to him as Kratos. Ricardo and I, my friend, just always have. Now I wait a little bit there, jump down, and then I just take my time, and I see the bird respawn again. This part's really tricky. I got lucky there. Occasionally, you can get very strange RNG. I like to use the swag star to kill that guy, but he will respawn, but the act of killing him sort of lets you get up a little bit quicker, but occasionally, again, you can get weird RNG. It's time we pick up the health. We're going to jump in the middle of the Kratos throw. It's pretty easy to avoid the damage there. If you do get hit there, it's not the end of the world, but I like to go into 5-2 with full health, because this stretch here, there's no health upgrades, so it's very possible to get killed because birds hit like trucks and there's a lot of birds. This is the easy stage, or easy part of the screen, excuse me. Now, this part starts getting a little bit more difficult. I keep running here, and then I just keep running, and there, occasionally you won't get hit by the bird. If you're really good at the climbing, speedrun climbing, you could definitely pass the bird without getting hit. I'll damage boost up here, eliminate the enemies, grab some more ninpo, and head up the ladder. And now, we're onto this section, the infamous lemon drop, which I don't really execute because I'm not good at that. So I will jump up here, try to jump down. I didn't get it on the first try. We're going to keep our composure, and thankfully we got damage boosted over, but we are running low on health, guys. So there I used my spin slash to kill the bird because I don't want to use or eat any more damage at all at this point. I'm a little wary. 5-3 is also very tricky, but as long as you're patient, you'll be golden. Take your time, move slowly, grab ninpo, eliminate enemies as they appear. Again, moving backwards, moving forward too fast, more enemies will spawn. I like to take care of this guy, and I will spin slash through these fools. I always take damage there. I just find it to be more consistent and easier for me. As soon as I start trying to go to the top, it's more possible to open yourself up to damage, which then requires more basically being careful because the enemies will start respawning. We're gonna spin slash stop there, jump straight up in the air to make sure we don't get hit by the jaguar. We did get hit by the bird, but we're okay. So for this section, I like to enunciate and wait on my spin slash. I'm not doing it too early, and I'm holding my button a little bit longer. If you do it too early, chances are you will get damage boosted backwards and die. There, I like to just be careful, and as soon as you get here, guys, you're good. You just jump up to the top. Very difficult to die at this point. You have stationary enemies, and then it's the boss. Now, for the spin slash technique, you just kind of walk up to the boss and kill him. Now, if you don't have the spin slash, what you're going to want to do here is you're just going to DPS him. Luckily, you get full health. He is very difficult to dodge. As long as you are a somewhat decent tapper, you'll be able to kill him before he kills you. That's really my strategy for it. You'll end up with below half health, most likely. Alright, we're on the final stages now, 6-1. I don't like to take much damage here if at all possible. I might get hit once or twice, Hopefully not, though. I can't remember what happens in this run. You're going to be able to grab the spin slash here. I think speedrunners keep the swag star, but I like having the spin slash. As you can see, I got hit there, had to move back, and now I'm getting weird spawn points with 2 enemies on the screen, or if I continue to move back, bats will spawn. Again, we're going to take our time. And now we're going to grab the spin slash, and from here on out, we could just spin slash our way to victory by grabbing all the items, of course, which refill our ninpo on the way through. And now we're on to 6-2, and this is where things start getting very difficult. I take my time here, I want to grab this ninpo, so I'll do a straight neutral jump to grab it. Hopefully this guy plays nice, but clearly we're getting smacked around by him. Thankfully it only hits 1. We're not trying to use our spin slash, which makes things a little bit difficult. Here, in order to avoid spawns, I will do the wall climb. Again, kind of difficult. You have to kind of like jump your way away from it and hold up and diagonal. And eventually you'll get there. And now we're going to be spin slashing our way to victory. Waiting for the right cycle there, as you saw. We're going to wait for this guy to move. And there is ninpo here, so if you special cancel, you can grab it. Next section, we're going to spin slash. Here, we're going to spin slash again, jump, neutral, take our time, kill, kill, more ninpo. We're going to jump up and take our time again, and eventually go up the ladder to the most infamous section, probably, of stage 6. Now, if you have a spin slash, it's really easy. I can't remember the strat without it, so we're going to take our time here, grabbing everything along the way, and now we're going to start spin slashing after there. Boom, boom, and you're done. So pretty much what I do there is I wait for the bird, I jump over the bird, and then I do 2 spin slash specials, and that's pretty much it. You'll get through with ease. Now, there is a way to get through relatively easily without it. I just can't remember it at the moment. So I would recommend doing the spin slash. You can actually get damage boosted over, I believe, to the ladder to get through there. If you have like full health, you can kind of just like tank your way through at times. But moving on to 6-3. Gonna work our way up here, grab some more. I think that was a 10 ninpo. And we're gonna work our way up. Now, I had a run end around here. Try to avoid spin slash in there because it's possible to lose your spin slash. So I will jump and wait and then spin slash the enemy. It's very important to wait there. A lot of people will die in that segment if they jump and slash immediately. Because you could land, the enemy's always going to be on the left side. So you could land, take your time, and then slash, and then kind of put yourself in a better spot. We got the time freeze there, which is also pretty important. Without it, or if you end up like taking too much time, a lot of enemies will spawn. I think a Kratos enemy actually spawns in the middle area, but since we were quick, nothing was there. Take my time and kill the bird. Here we're gonna spin slash in to get the time freeze, and now we're almost at the last boss, guys. Gonna take my time over here, grab some more. We don't want to get any other power-ups here, so I'm just gonna eat some damage and walk across the floor. Oh, that's right, I almost get killed here. Jesus. Alright, so for this boss, phase 1, you're just gonna spin slash and it's an insta-kill. Otherwise, you have to play shenanigans where you crawl up on the ceiling and then wait your time and jump over. It's really easy either way, it just takes a little bit more time, obviously. Now, Jackie-O, phase 2 here. I'm not good at it. I just kind of wait. Those fires kind of home at you. You want to get, if you're going to get hit by anything, get hit by the fires, guys. Don't get hit by him. He hits way more than the fires do. So I'm usually pretty careful with this fight. Slightly sloppy here, but I feel like it's better that you just take your time and go from there. People that are really good at the slash cancel technique, where you can get the multiple slashes in that I discussed earlier, they could actually kill him on like a 1 cycle, basically. Not like once, but like once all the way through. I'm not good at that against him. I'm better at that against the demon, which is the last boss of the game. So you can kind of see the strat here. There's just some level of patience. Make sure that you don't touch him if at all possible. If you are caught in a weird homing situation, I'd say you have a 75% chance of just kind of avoiding the fire through the middle. Sometimes they come together really, really tightly. But overall, this was a pretty clean fight, just not a fast fight. And now for the demon. We're gonna try to do the slash cancel technique on his head a lot. You're gonna wanna hit off the head. And then I'm gonna take my time and kill the tail so we can get a little bit closer to the core, which is ultimately the thing that you need to kill in order to beat the boss. As I said earlier in stage 1, Ryu has a huge hitbox. It didn't even look like I was hitting him, but I was. And now we're gonna try to do the slash cancel. When you see a lot of enemy bars come off, I'm executing it properly. When you don't, that means I'm not getting it done. I told you guys I'm inconsistent with it. That was rather inconsistent, but at the end of the day, we got it done. That's Ninja Gaiden on the NES. Now, I want to point out that if you don't kill the boss there, you get sent back to the beginning of stage 6. And also, you'll start the boss without full health. So in essence, the game gets harder if you don't kill the boss. I believe that if you kill phase 1 or phase 2, they will stay dead when you go back. But like if you were to die at phase 1 for some reason, you have to do the whole thing over again. And then you end up going to the boss without full health. So it's not advisable. I already did beat Ninja Gaiden before numerous times. I remember I streamed it. So I don't think I'm going to do a story playthrough unless you guys really, really want me to. I kind of want to move on to some other stuff. But as you can see, there's a lot of really, really great cutscenes in Ninja Gaiden. I might do like a re-review. I don't know. I gotta check out my old review. But anyways, guys, that's the no death run. Hopefully you picked up some strategies there. If you did, hopefully you'll be able to beat it soon, or beat it no death. And if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next no death run. Take care.